Welcome to Nagasaki!
Nagasaki is one of Japan's most beautiful port cities. Surrounded by mountains and the sea, it's peaceful, vibrant, and full of life. But for many people around the world, Nagasaki is known for something else, its history. I want to show both sides of Nagasaki, the history that shaped it and the city that exists today. I came to Nagasaki as part of a unique program called Digital Nomad Nagasaki. Remote workers and creators from around the world get to live and work in the city. For a month, a small group are given the chance to experience life here, staying in Nagasaki, working remotely, and connecting with the local community. The idea is simple, not just to visit Nagasaki as tourists, but to truly live here and understand the city, its culture, and its history. And the best place to begin understanding the history, the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum is one of the most important places to visit in the city. One of the first things visitors experience when entering the museum is a long spiral ramp that slowly leads downward. As you walk along the curved path, the space becomes quieter and more reflective. Design is intentional, symbolizing a journey from the present day back into the past. Inside the museum, you see personal belongings, photographs, and objects that were affected by the explosion. These small details make the history feel very real and very human. After visiting the museum, we had the opportunity to hear from the Peace Museum Lab, a project focused on sharing knowledge, dialogue, and new perspectives about peace and history.
86 years old. So they're almost gone. Literally. We still have 100,000 people, survivors, in reality, but it's gone so soon. So the program, our team, as a third generation of the survivors family, how we can keep the history for the next generation, using the human resources, using the digital technology.
Like super happy in the wooden house with a big tall family. This was the normal life of Nagasaki people 8 years ago. But something has happened and we will go digging down today. So 11:02 a.m. the atomic bomb was dropped here. People affected by the atomic bomb were mainly women, children, elderly people, people with disabilities. You know, this was the picture before bomb. This is a picture after bomb. So everything is flattened. People were affected by radiation and the heat, 2,000 to 3,000 degrees, which is too hot. You know, people had this big keloid, like big scar, caused blood white cell disease, which is usually caused by much radiation.
Walking through the area is a quiet and reflective experience, and it gives you a deeper appreciation for the strength and resilience of the people of Nagasaki. During our visit, we learned that much of Nagasaki was rebuilt on top of the original landscape. In the areas that were most heavily damaged, many of the original structures could not be restored. We went to see air raid shelters, which are protected spaces built to keep people safe during bombing attacks.
Pretty intensive. So, and the airplanes are coming here to drop bombs on houses all over this Nagasaki city. So people made this shelter. So you never know when the siren rings. So you cannot really bring water, food.
In these shelters, around 20 to 30 people will stay in a very small space at the same time. The walk to the Peace Park is calm and peaceful. Surrounded by greenery and open space, it feels very grounding. The fountain rises in the shape of two wings, symbolizing the dove of peace. Right in the center stands the famous peace statue, with one hand pointing to the sky, warning of the threat of nuclear weapons, and the other hand stretched sideways, symbolizing peace. Its eyes are gently closed in prayer, reminding us to reflect, not to forget.
This is actually the song called Onizuru, which is the paper crane for peace. Actually sing the same song in Hiroshima also. The many people's life has lost, but we are here to, make peace like alive and also shared in the world, the kind of things they are sharing.
Here, peace is a word that people actively talk about, protect, and pass on to the next generation, which I found very beautiful. It feels like a powerful way to begin my time in Nagasaki, seeing how people believe in good, in peace, seeing how the city rebuilds while still remembering. As the city woke up, I wanted to get to know Nagasaki in a more personal way, just walking, observing, and taking in the atmosphere. The next stop was Hayama Cafe, a place near our accommodation. So, having late breakfast in Nagasaki, salmon sandwich, a curry. The atmosphere of Hayama Cafe makes it easy to stay productive while enjoying the city. It was one of my remote working places. After that, I felt like my hair needed a change too. I love the clean and precise style often seen in Japan, so I found a local salon in Nagasaki called Artical. I decided to go for a more noticeable trim, just to refresh everything. Okay, just got a really good haircut. And just walking around this beautiful area in Nagasaki. I love the narrow streets and how calm it is. It's Friday daytime. I think some people are still at work. What I'm surprised about Nagasaki is that the selection of cafes, restaurants, shopping feels almost limitless. And I was looking for a hair salon. Now suddenly I see salons everywhere. So you can just walk around. You don't even have to look for restaurants or anything to do. In Nagasaki, every area and restaurant feels super unique and enjoyable. I'm just going to show you an example of what kind of little cafeterias they offer in Nagasaki. So they have, it's like a cafe and a bar. Very nice combination. But look how cute. Wasn't originally planning on staying here, but I just had to. I stumbled upon a quiet and beautiful street, a perfect spot to pause, take photos, and appreciate the details of Nagasaki. So today is the 24th of October. We are leaving Nagasaki on the 15th of November. So, Finland. Yes, from Finland. Yes, north. Hygge. Ah, it's north? Yes, yes. Very cute and friendly local just came to talk with. I explained that we are from Finland. And yeah, lovely people, I can say. Bye! This is also something I could never plan to do, just talking with locals. But when they happen, I feel so grateful. This is why I want to travel, just to have random conversations with people, even when we don't have the same language. Welcome to Nagasaki! Now let's find a food spot. Let's try a sushi train in Nagasaki. Right here. Now we wait for our turn. We order. I could start with salmon. I love the one with the onion. This one too. Hamburger, sushi, only in Japan. Here's a tuna one. Oh, very good. Nice to try it, very different ones. Like a fresh scallop. Yummy. Looks so good. So I'm just waiting for our group. We're about to join a historical walking tour. And I think there will be many important people joining. So yeah, excited. I will show you around in Nagasaki. And I think we will have some discussion later on. But super excited because I've been walking myself, but I don't always know the best spots. So I will definitely learn a lot more now. It's a pretty nice day. Maybe 20 degrees. It's a bit windy, but the sun is shining. Getting like more autumn weather, not so summer vibe anymore. But I like it. Here is the program we're going in. And I heard the city congressman is also joining.
About the history of Nagasaki.
During the age of exploration, Nagasaki became one of the first places in Japan to connect with the West. In 1550, the first Portuguese ship arrived in Hirado, and from that moment everything started to change. Missionaries from Spain and Portugal came here to spread Christianity, and Nagasaki quickly became one of the main centers for it. Glover Street is one of those places where you can really feel Nagasaki's history. It's a small slope leading up toward Glover Garden, lined with old-style buildings, cafes, and little shops. Casteia is one of Nagasaki's most famous sweets. It was originally brought here by Portuguese traders hundreds of years ago. Back in the 800s, this area was home to foreign merchants who had settled in Nagasaki after Japan opened to the world.
My name is Kenji Umemoto. I'm from Nagasaki. I'm very happy every day. So thank you very much.
So you are supposed to walk on the side because the middle part is for gods. This is one of the most stunning views near Glover Garden. Next, we were invited to see a house in one of the most stunning areas in Nagasaki. Because it's built on a steep hill, there are actually many empty houses here, just waiting for someone to discover them. We got a chance to see one of them from the inside, which was really special.
To live here, so people just try to go out from this district. Although this is the best place, to see this beautiful view.
Yeah.
We walked through narrow Japanese streets on the hillside, with the sea in the distance. It felt so peaceful and calm. There was this quiet beauty everywhere, these simple houses, small paths, and the view to the water below.
Reasons why he moved to Nagasaki from Oita, his hometown, it's because he loved the sound of the town, which is totally distinguished from the other cities. The city has the beep from the ship, or the ring from the chapel, the cry of the bird. There are many beautiful sounds which makes him fascinated to the town. So he actually collected all of the sound that his favorite into the CD. This is the sound of the port of Nagasaki.
Yeah.
You can hear this bell Wing of the temple and then wing from the chapel.
Boom, boom, come, come.
This was the end of our historical city walk in Nagasaki. It was amazing to be part of an international group, learning about the blend between Asian and European culture. Everyone felt like they belonged. It was such a beautiful evening. Cat tour! Ready for cats? Are you ready for cats?
I'm always ready for cats.
Cats have long been part of life in Nagasaki, especially because of the city's history as a port town. During the time when ships arrived from Europe and other parts of Asia, cats were often brought on board to protect food supplies from rats. Over time, many of them stayed in the harbor areas. We were invited on a cat tour, a lovely walk to see the beautiful cats along the way. It was such a sweet experience, just walking slowly and noticing them around the streets. Something unexpected happened after the tour. We were invited for a free rickshaw ride. Japanese men ran through the streets, pulling us along the city paths. It was so much fun, fast, and completely unexpected. I have to say, seeing Nagasaki from a rickshaw gave me a completely new perspective on the city's beauty. It was such a fun experience. I definitely recommend it.
People just wave back.
Yeah, they do.
In the end, we were taken to Omakari Nekochaya, a lovely cat-themed cafe. The whole place was decorated around the cat concept.
And this?
Yes.
Okay.
There I tried matcha for the very first time in my life. It was delicious. Most people come here every day just to drink matcha, and I completely understand why. Speaking of matcha, I got to experience one of the biggest bucket list moments ever, a traditional tea ceremony held by geishas. We stepped into a beautiful traditional Japanese space where we were respectfully welcomed by the geishas. One of the most important parts of the tea room is a special alcove called the tokonoma, where a scroll is displayed. The scroll usually has a calligraphy or a simple painting. Often there is also a seasonal flower arrangement placed there, called chabana. Guests are seated near this alcove and the first guest sits close to it. The ceremony developed between the 15th and the 16th centuries and was strongly influenced by Zen Buddhism. Before the tea is served, sweets are usually presented to the guests. For a softer sweet, a small wooden pick called kuromoyi is used to pick them up neatly.
Cut and piece and pick and eat.
The host usually prepares the tea in front of the guests. The main tools include the tea whisk, the container for powdered green tea, the tea scoop, the tea bowl, the sweets container or plate, and the kettle with its brazier. Each item is carefully chosen depending on the occasion and has a specific place in the ceremony. Tea drinking has special steps during the ceremony. Number 1 is to take the tea bowl with your right hand and place it into your left palm. Then turn the bowl slightly clockwise so the front of the bowl is no longer facing you. Then drink the tea in a few small sips.
お先にお手前頂戴いたします。どうぞ。Make the green tea yourself. Now we are going to teach you how to drink the green tea. With your left hand, scoop the green tea powder twice.
It is very respected to appreciate and admire the utensils as they are carefully chosen and beautifully made. The traditional tea house is usually surrounded by a quiet garden. The garden is designed to feel simple and peaceful, helping guests enter a calm state of mind. The path to the tea house is often made of stones in different shapes and sizes. A sekimori ishi is a small stone used in traditional tea gardens. It is tied with a rope and placed along the garden path. In a traditional tea garden, there is a water basin. It is placed near the entrance for the tea house, where guests can wash their hands before entering.
Hand, right hand, and scoop out, and pouring in the left hand, and cleanse your mouth and spit the water out, and rehold the hishaku ladle perpendicular to the ground, and rehold the ladle in the same spot, the entrance of the hut.
Traditionally, guests enter through a small, low door, which requires them to bow deeply.
A shelf was attached outside this entrance for samurais to place their swords before entering the tea hut. Senrikyu shows that everyone in the tea room was free from the castle system and daimyo warrior classes and the townspeople.
Please put the hook. How do you feel?
Relaxed? Yeah.
静かに消灯を聞く. In English, the tea room is quiet. So we hear the sound of tea kettle boiling. Ceiling is 駆け込み天井. The sloped ceiling makes the tea room spacious. That area is the emperor's entrance. He is the only person allowed to use the entrance. He can enter the tea room standing up. We need to lower our head when coming in and out this entrance. There are two types of windows. This is a renjimata. Those are shtajimata.
ありがとうございます。
I'm Ryo Sera. I'm from Japan. I was born in Nagasaki. Why I chose Nagasaki? Of course, I was born in Nagasaki, and I started, to welcome digital nomad. I started to talk to the government. We should bring the digital nomad to Japanese future. I know everywhere about Nagasaki. This is the best place for me personally to introduce, how much attractive to digital nomads. After the COVID, Nagasaki has a bunch of amazing co-working spaces. So that looks like, okay, it's ready to welcome digital nomad because we have co-working spaces and all of the spaces actually not having many people working there. So it should be really comfortable for nomads. Nagasaki has amazing history and culture which should be connected to the foreign countries. Nagasaki was only the port like 300 years ago in Japan. So we have lots of history and culture to connect with the foreign. All of the tourists, when they come to Japan, they are expected to have some differences, uniqueness, the different from your country, your culture. But Nagasaki is going to be the only one place to connect, to have some familiar, some similarity to your history and culture. Be the reason to come to Nagasaki for nomads.
I can't believe we had 1 week left of our Nagasaki program. Luckily, it's a beautiful day. It's suddenly really warm again. Feels like a summer day, but you can see the leaves are turning a bit yellow, which is very pretty as well. So we're heading to Nagasaki Dejima Wharf. It's so pretty. It really doesn't remind me of Japan at all. I could imagine something like this in Europe. You can kind of see the European influence around Nagasaki. And I really feel like the weather is so perfect around the year, because sometimes when I'm traveling in Thailand or other Southeast Asian countries, which I love so much, just gets so hot all year round, and I'm from Finland where it's cold. So sometimes I kind of miss something like 20 degrees or even a bit less. So there's actually really nice co-working areas around Nagasaki. One is right here. The Jima Wharf is a waterfront complex near Nagasaki port. It has restaurants, cafes and bars along a wooden boardwalk facing the harbor. One thing you must do in Nagasaki is a kimono photo shoot. The areas are just so beautiful, and the dress itself represents centuries of Japanese history and tradition. The kimono has been worn in Japan for hundreds of years and was originally everyday clothing. Over time, it became more formal and symbolic. Wearing a kimono in Nagasaki feels especially meaningful. It connects you to centuries of Japanese tradition, elegance, and craftsmanship, while blending beautifully with the city's historical atmosphere. Nagasaki felt like home. Compared to places like Tokyo or Osaka, it's much quieter, but it's not empty or isolated like smaller countryside towns. As an introvert, it's kind of perfect. There's enough people around you that you don't feel lonely, but it's never overwhelming. And the community is really warm. People are genuinely friendly even if you're not local. What also makes it different is the cultural mix. You can feel it in the food straight away. Japanese, but also strong Chinese and Western influences that you don't really get in most cities in Japan. There are so many good restaurants and even a whole Chinatown. And by the way, this is the real way to get out of a kimono, and it was so much fun. In Nagasaki, geisha still perform traditional arts today. Performances usually take place during private banquets in restaurants, not in public shows. Guests book them in advance through restaurants, and the Nagasaki Kenban office manages the scheduling and coordination. During an evening, geiko, also known as geisha, may perform the traditional dances, play instruments, and participate in conversation games with guests. The atmosphere is formal but interactive. It's part of a long-standing hospitality tradition. Another important part of Nagasaki's culture is shippoku cuisine. Shippoku is the city's signature banquet-style dining. Japanese techniques with Chinese influence and Western, especially Portuguese and Dutch elements. We were extremely lucky to have been invited in this special evening, once again connecting with the local culture and people.
Come back, Nagasaki. We are waiting for you.
They even asked us, digital nomads, to join the dance that evening. Nagasaki taught me a lot, that peace is never something we can take for granted. It's something that's built and created together. Always looking forward to the future, but never forgetting the past. Holding on to traditions while still creating space for something new. Welcoming people with open arms and understanding that home isn't just a place, it's where you feel safe, connected, and at peace. Nagasaki felt like that to me.